Connor McIntyre promises Pat Phelan's storyline will get darker, but he'll get his comeuppance as the Corrie soap gods have awoken. The actor spoke about filming the chilling scenes and revealed what's next for the soap villain. Coronation Street aired potentially its darkest ever scenes tonight as Pat Phelan murdered Andy Carver. But actor Connor McIntyre has promised that his evil character will get his comeuppance and be brought to justice. In some deeply sinister scenes, Phelan murdered his prisoner Andy Carver after forcing him to shoot Vinny Ashford dead. Pat dumped the bodies in the river and looked to have got rid of both of his problems, but Connor has revealed the soap gods have awoken. The actor spoke about filming the chilling scenes and revealed what's next for the soap villain. He said, "Phelan has been promising the world to Andy, but he is 2-3 steps ahead. The Vinny problem has evaporated, and it was in that moment that Phelan realized how easy it is to solve a problem. As soon as he got the gun off Andy, he registered 2 birds, 1 stone. He saw that opportunity, and he is the architect of his own downfall. And now Nicola's gone, that was a catalyst as well. He's really at a dangerous moment." Phelan finally revealed his bloody revenge plan for Vinny Ashford, but it was too much for some viewers. He wasn't planning to get his own hands dirty, telling Andy to kill his nemesis in order to secure his freedom, so he brutally shot an unconscious Vinny dead. Then in another grim scene, a gunshot was heard with only the abandoned paper factory on screen, before viewers got a glimpse of Andy's lifeless body. Connor said that there were much darker waters ahead and that now Phelan has murdered someone, it's the pebble that starts the avalanche. Asked if the soap gods would get justice, he said, "It must be so, and we have just woken them up out of their slumber. Hey, this needs sorting out. But while we run up to that, whenever that is, Pat Phelan is now a very dangerous person. Now he's crossed the Rubicon, whereas before he would go to great lengths, for example the cellar, complicating things. The journey towards his comeuppance will be very lively, I'm sure, because now he is a direct route to solving problems." Connor praised soap boss Kate Oates and the writers for giving so many dimensions to Pat and admitted filming was like working on a movie set. Revealing whether anyone was safe, he added, "No. He never forgets. Vinny is a classic example. Remember the last scene in The Rovers, best day ever. Now what does that mean? That's where you see the danger." During tonight's double bill, Phelan armed himself with a shotgun as he began to carry out his revenge plan against Vinny. A manipulative Phelan convinced a terrified Andy that he would be set free, so long as he murdered Vinny. As Vinny lied unconscious and bloody on the ground, a frantic Andy stood to the side with a gun. Phelan pressured Andy to shoot Vinny, so he shockingly obliged, before turning the gun on his captor. There was then another gunshot, but viewers didn't know whether Andy or Pat had been killed. It turned out that Pat had murdered Andy because he couldn't be trusted to keep quiet. Before praying to God, Phelan said, "I'm really sorry, kid. I had to. You wouldn't have been able to live with yourself." His next move was equally shocking, as he dropped the bodies in a river, then planted some evidence in the solicitor's office. He then casually went to the Rovers to have a well-earned bind. Vinny, Ian Kelsey, disappeared from the cobbles over a year ago, leaving Phelan, Connor McIntyre, to deal with the fallout from their scam and with no money to show for it. Having escaped to Hawaii, Vinny thought he was all in the clear. But little did he know that Phelan would discover his real identity, Harvey McArdle, and his poor elderly mum Flora. And sending a thug around to finish off Phelan appeared to be the last straw. The seething builder used his mum to blackmail him to give him money, but when the conman came up with the goods, Phelan ended up knocking him out and took him captive. Corrie viewers took to Twitter after witnessing the distressing scenes. One viewer said, #Corrie. Tonight's episode is far too dark and violent for pre-Watershed. Another added, "This is actually too much. It's a soap, not The Wire or something. This plot is disgusting and way too dark." #Corrie. The third said, "Seriously, #Corrie. Far too early in the evening for two violent murders. On a family show. Coronation Street continues on Monday night at 7:30 and 8:30 p.m. on ITV.